Video is sponsored by the Design Mechanism, the makers of Mithras. Mithras is a registered trademark of the Design Mechanism Inc., used with permission. All rights reserved.
That could go on, and that could go on, and hopefully we've got everyone. Now I'm going to have to do a quick swap around because Mr. Pickles is in the wrong place. Who? Oh no.
My bad.
I had this on Thursday where everything was set up nicely when I finally got it done. And then somebody decided to turn the camera off, which moves everything around.
Oh, it's a nightmare when that happens. Yeah. I hate it. So when they often do it when they go on a break.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they want to talk. Somebody comes in with their family or something, and they want to, not have it on screen. And then that's it. And I don't know why Zoom does that. I can't understand why it actually does
Discord's
it.
exactly the same. Yeah, Discord's the same.
Right. It looks like everybody's working and talking. Mr. Pickles is here, but due to living in America, he doesn't have very good internet connection. So we are sporting Muscle Pickles tonight. But he is with us. Welcome back, Nightwolf. Welcome in, Ray's Lord. And Matt as well was here earlier. Wishing you all good luck. Which not that you will need it at all, but yeah, so all your fans are here to see you maybe complete the session tonight. We might complete this adventure depending what route you take. And I have to say, I have no idea where you're going. I really have no idea. So it's going to be exciting. Yeah, Nightwolf, Mr. Pickles is here, but his internet's bad. So he's not sat very still or anything like that, but we have Muscle Pickles. We also have Captain Muscles as well, if we ever need to use it. So we got that.
That's always a thing.
Yeah, it's already. We don't have a Medivac or Tex yet, but maybe we will in the future.
That's because our internet's so awesome.
Yeah, you have awesome internet. Yeah. So right, okay then. So let's get on with the session. The party are coming to the end of an adventure. They are currently all dressed up, looking spot, looking very fashionable and trendy, with limited weapons, only those that they could conceal around their body. And they're attending a party that's, I don't know whether or not the party have decided that Matthew Brock is a goodie or a baddie. Anyway, he's hosting a party and has invited the rest of this party up to his yacht, and that's where we left it last week. But before I give you more of a rundown, I'm going to allow the players an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing tonight. And as always, we start off with the person who has mastered the ability of flexing so incredibly still that he becomes invisible to the eye, Mr. Pickles.
Oh, well, that sounds more like my character, Zach Newman, who is all about the muscle. I'm Mr. Pickles, and that's the character I play. He's our physical, brawny, hit people with a shotgun, blow off legs with a shotgun, use batons. He's a rough and tumble ex-law enforcer because he didn't like the corruption and people getting away with the crimes. So he joined up with this crew, and yeah, now he's the one who shoots the big guns. On our spaceship, he uses gunnery, which is turrets. So that's how he sort of still benefits the team. He's not just a Mark Wahlberg looking meathead. He's very strong, but he doesn't have a lot of charisma and is often just kind of growling at people and being irritable. Yeah, beyond that, he has a few friends, and these guys are most of them. And I'll pass it off to our captain, Medivac.
Why, thank you, sir. Hi, everybody. I'm Medivac, and I plays. I was going to say Zach Newman then. Oh my God!
I thought you were
that's a
going to
good
say
time.
Hazra Khan.
I play Hazra Khan.
God.
No man from the
No,
steps.
no man from the steps.
I play James Minsk. I am the ship's captain. I'm the voice, the charisma, the most amazing looking guy at the moment because I'm wearing a black blazer with a blue shirt and black pants. You cannot see the bulge of my holdout blaster because it's always there. It's always under a sleeve. Yes, you can make out another bulge.
No,
But,
please.
hey, I went there. No, basically, yeah, I do all the social skills. I'm an awesome pilot and a hovercraft pilot too. So that's what I generally do. Bureaucracy, yeah, I'm good at that too.
Do you have that as a skill?
I've got bureaucracy, yeah.
Wow. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
commerce, bureaucracy, comms, yeah.
Fantastic.
Astrogation. Wealth, that's my skill. Yeah, he's not in a happy place at the moment because he knows that this chappie here has a girl hidden on this ship. He knows he's not a good guy, so I don't know why. You would presume that we didn't know. And with that, I'll stop waffling down, pass on to Captain Kangaroo.
There we go. Hey everyone, I'm Captain Kangaroo. I'm a little sorry. I'm different area, different computer, so I'm kind of all over the place right now. Tonight I'm playing Arthur Hammond. He is the engineer of the group. He's here to pretty much fix things that, as we found out, don't involve computers now. So we have another person for that. But he's there really just to be old and grouchy and fill up all the stereotypes we imagine old people to have. But from there, I'll make it easy and short. I'll pass the mic to our friend Tech.
I'm I am playing IO, the computer person, and that he was speaking of. She also has some skills in forgery that was learned previously. Very handy. She's a liaison of the Sons of Black Star and dressed accordingly for this this foray that we're about to delve into.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll pass it off to our GM in Wills.
Thank you. The party are accompanied by someone else, which is Purdy, a medical robot, who I don't think is at the party. Is that correct?
I can't remember.
I believe we left her behind.
Yeah. She wasn't beautiful enough to attend the party. Cinderella has been left at home, sorting out the dishes when everybody went off to a social event. Now, before we get going, just to remind you that if you would like to support the stream and want to see all our RPG stuff, then you can follow us over at kofi.com/inwills, when you can see all the videos that we create, or the actual plays. They're also up on YouTube as well. And also on Ko-fi, you can support us for donating at as little as £1, and that helps us reach some of our targets. For example, paying for the Zoom every year. There's also membership tiers there if you would like to support us, and you can have benefits like providing your favorite character or player or GM with hero luck rolls that we can use to turn the tide of fate throughout the adventure. You can also have a behind-the-scenes peek at our character sheet, and you can gain access to World Anvil, where you can see all our organizations across all of the 4 campaigns, and also NPCs. And for a higher tier, you can even see my adventure notes for past adventures. Of course, if you're on this channel and you're there, we really really, really appreciate your support, hanging out in the chat, following the channel and sharing the word. And also, if you are in the chat and you're subscribing to the channel or donating bitties or anything like that, then we really appreciate that as well. It helps us to do the things that we are doing at the moment. And we really value both your support. Value and appreciate your support. So thank you very much. Okay, then. So the party have unpicked a lot of clues now, and I've got an overview about what is happening. Fingers crossed. So just to summarize it, they were in the starport on in a system called Sothis, and a woman came up nearly dying and collapsed at the feet and looked into Minsk's eyes and say, "Help me, please, save my daughter." After that, they managed to decode a data chip that had a whole load of information on. They have figured out that the scientific data on that is all about a certain element. Can anybody remember what the element's called?
Corelite.
Corelite, yeah. I feel like I'm in teacher mode when I do that. In teacher we call it cold calling. When I would say, "Medivac, what do you think?" Things like that. I won't do it over and over. Yeah.
The dog ate my answer.
Yeah. And they discovered that there's two types of coralite. Coralite is extremely rare, extremely precious, and extremely expensive. However, they've realized that there's an isotope of coralite that is radioactive, and that is what Sue Parrish, the scientist, has located. They've had it quite rough at the moment. Just to give you a quick synopsis, they've had missiles fired from space down at them. They've had people calling at their doors and drawing weapons on them. They've been arrested by the local law enforcers. And to cap it all, they have been invited to Matthew Brock's party on his yacht. Matthew Brock is a millionaire. He's very rich. On the news channels, he has a fondness for antiquities and artifacts and relics and things like that. But as Medivac alluded earlier on, he is holding Sue Parrish's daughter. Sue Parrish is in the local hospital at the moment. She's fine. As far as we know, she hasn't died or anything like that. And we left the adventure.
Yeah, wait, hold on. You told us she was dying.
Yes, she is dying. She'll die of radiation poison. But I don't think she actually snuffed it.
No,
Yeah,
she's
but
still alive.
I wouldn't consider that fine.
Yeah. And I think this is where we left you on the deck plan of the yacht. Remember, you have got this because it's an established deck plan. Assume that you have this uploaded to your scanners, to your local communication devices, etc., etc. And also, please remember that you have a private channel that is actually protected via IO's encryption that has been set up as well. So you do have that private channel to actually communicate with. You'll notice down at the bottom of the map, you can see the legend, the key, so you know what everything is. And if you remember, you came in just up here in these doors. That's it. And if you remember, you were searched and things were checked off and make sure. And I think everybody sort of like sorted out their conceal or sleight of hand roll. So currently your weapons are stored and undetectable. The other thing to remind you is that the ship's boat was sent for you. You didn't come in your own, and you can see the boat lurking up here. And then this tunnel here leads down to the main deck, and this is where the party is going. And if you remember, you came through the door and Matthew Brock was there and welcomed you on board. And there were the typical waiters and the waitresses with silver trays with champagne flutes. Are they called flutes? Champagne flutes rather than glasses?
I believe so. Like the tall, thin
Yeah,
glasses.
rather
Yes,
than
yeah.
the wide ones that let all the fizz go. Yeah, so you were offered some of that if you would like to take it, and I think that's where we left. So who's going to be having some expensive champagne?
I'm going to take a glass. I'm going to keep my left hand because my blaster's attached to my right wrist.
Yeah, as
so-
you reach out to grab that.
yeah.
You're the
Um,
poor butler
I've-
earning minimum wage.
Sorry. I've no intention of drinking it. I'm just going to hold it.
Okay, yeah. What about Io, Hammond, and Newman? Are you drinking tonight or not?
Yeah.
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 There are other guests here, correct? Already, or is it just us and the?
Yeah, it seems that the main party is down on deck 1. If you remember, there are some what appears to be security personnel around, and then who are dressed mighty fine. I think I've said that they had earpieces in. One person just roll a 1d100 for me. Oh, the tension. 94. Okay, then. So if that would score your insight roll, if 94, has anybody actually managed to would that succeed in anybody's insight?
94, did you say?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Saying that, you're
Yeah.
only 30 off, so
Unless you
Yeah.
want to use a point of luck and reverse it.
A
Then
little early for that.
I'll use a point of luck and reverse it.
okay, so who would succeed in 49?
Newman would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. So anybody who succeeded, and obviously you can communicate this round. These security guards, you've seen them before. They're the exact copy of the people that came into the starport right at the beginning, if you remember.
Oh no, that's not good.
You're talking about the ones that were knocking on our.
No,
Alright,
the ones
sure.
that were chasing Sue into the starport.
Correct.
And that then we chased
Oh,
afterwards,
got it,
but
got
they
it, got
didn't realize we chased them.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
men in black.
Yes. Yeah. These are
Well, at least we know we're at the right area. No, we're on track.
If
Check
only we
that
knew
off
what they
the
were
list.
doing.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, in that case, Newman is not going to be drinking, but he'll still hold a champagne glass.
Okay.
Yeah, just do what I do, make a pretense of drinking.
Okay. So
Now,
But I do
What-
have sleight of hand. I'm gonna dump it out of in a plant. Sorry.
at the end of last session, you said Matthew Brock approached us. Is he still there?
he seems to be he sort of like met you on there. Now he's made his way through this door here. He sort of like he mentioned to you, he said, please do go down and join the rest of the guests. I will be with you all shortly. And he went through this door, just to let you know that there's 2 of these security guards at the door. They seem to be quite strangely dressed, in the sense that they've got tailored suits, but they're also wearing dark sunglasses. as well. You're not too sure whether or not they are just sunglasses or possibly something more. You're not too. It could have some kind of electronics built into it.
Well, in which case, I'm going to just sub-vocalize to IO using our comms. Is there any sort of Wi-Fi signal or anything coming off those glasses?
I can check my wristband.
Yeah. So
there's probably a connection. I would assume so.
So if you want to see what kind of connection there is, you can give me a sensor roll. If you want to specifically see whether or not there's just a communications setup, then you can give me a communication roll, either or.
Probably communications. Wait, what?
No, so I was just going with it's all right. Sorry.
So sensors to see if there's Wi-Fi, comms to see if there's a communication.
Yeah. Sensors is a lot more wide. So, for example, if there was an encrypted communication system, sensors might not pick it up. But if you're focusing basically on communications and looking for it, then that's why you would use a different skill.
Well, let's do comms then. All right.
Yeah. So just to let you know, there seems to be two communications set up in the actually across the yacht. There seems to be a ship-wide one that seems to be accessed via communication panels. It obviously is a place that can give messages to like a PA system across the whole yacht, but also probably a way to communicate via personal cabins up to the bridge, etc., etc. So that's the general one that is not protected at all. It's completely open and you can use it anytime you want. You do definitely see another encrypted communication system. It's you notice that it's there, but it is encrypted, and you figure this is what the security people are using. It seems to be very high tech encryption as well. It doesn't look like it's something that when you look at the waveform, it looks the amplitude changes every time. It's revolving around set frequencies to ensure that it's not the same or easily decrypted at any one point.
All right, I'll relay that info.
Is it possible, would it be easier to quote unquote hack into their system if they physically connected to their computer system?
So the
Not wirelessly, but
to the communication system or not?
or just any part, not only the communication, but even just computer system in general, like
So
maybe controls of
yes.
doors or anything, or
So
security.
all ships have their own computer system that is almost like networks everything together. So it networks everything from sensors. It can remote pilot the ship. Autopilot's connected to it. Engine drives are connected to it. Most ships can actually run on autopilot. All the doors are connected to the computer system. This is normally anybody anybody with admin rights can actually use it throughout the ship. So anybody from the bridge or anything like that, anybody who is lower down, who's sort of like a user, will have very limited access to it. But what you will or you can do is that can be hacked if you wish, but that would take time. And it's also, you would have to be careful. If you're going to hack it wirelessly, then that'll be more difficult. If you actually get to a panel, then you'll probably be able to make a better job of it.
Well, my question is right here. This room right here, is that their server room?
Yeah, so on your deck plan, it's not marked at anything. It has nothing on it. So you presume it could be a computer room. The important thing about this top deck is that, remember, there's the guards, for want of a better word, the security people are
Here.
They sort of like have their presence on this floor.
How many security people are in this area right here?
So there's currently 6. There's 2 on the entrance here on this side. There, if you remember, there was one prior to the door that you can't see at the moment. That was the person who scanned you in. There's 2 over here guarding the door that Matthew Brock went through. And the other 2 are just sort of like positioned. They're not in front of the computer door because obviously they're not expecting anybody to hack into a door. But they seem to be a presence. But you notice that they're all very statue-like. They have both hands grasped in front of them like this. They're very stony faced with their dark glasses on. It could be that they're reading anything from thermographic imagery. They could even be monitoring your comms system. They might have even IO has protected it, and so it's got a 80% because that's your raw skill, isn't it? 80% for your comms, yeah. It's got an 80% encryption on it. But yeah, they could be doing anything. They are taking a slight little bit more of an interest in you now because most people will have gone down to the lower deck. But you sort of like, I'm assuming you're taking all this in as you're walking from this door into this compartment, ready to drop down to deck 1.
Ideally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you drop down to deck 1, it looks like it's a very elite party. If anything, it seems to be there's nobody here that you recognize at all. There's no people that you've seen before. There's very limited security at this level. Okay, if you have there is one security person, if you can see where I'm pinging here, and one here, which is obviously guarding what you assume would be the engine room, which would be understandable. There's also one person, security person, at the bottom of the lift shaft when you come down, and that's it. Yeah, go for it.
So looking at the map, there's no security guard here.
No, not at all. So there seems to be a lot of people in small groups, 2s or 3s. They all seem to be dressed very well, the high quality. But you do get the feeling that you are probably the only off-world people at this party. And one of the things that you notice, you can see here where their individual rooms are down the side. They often come out of those or go into those. And it seems to be almost as if everybody's on a cruise ship. Does that make like a cruise ship? And it seems to be a bit like Below Deck or something like that. It seems to be everybody involved and having a nice time here. You are quite welcome to go up to anybody. If you would like to approach any groups of people, then if you roll a 1d6, I will tell you who you go up to. But of course, you don't have to. You can just wait in a
Stand
corner.
around awkwardly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Something that I'm
Um,
very used to at parties.
I can agree with that too. But my character is not. James Minsk will, the elevator doors will open. He'll nod at the guard as he steps out with his friends behind him. And he'll just randomly walk past groups and taking people's hands and going, James Minsk, pleased to meet you.
Okay, just
Just randomly doing that.
Yeah, just roll a 1d6 for me. Oh, you're rolling it secretly just to me.
Oh, did I?
Yes. With a
Very-
message.
Right, sorry.
There's a message there as well that says Pickles is rubbish, just so you know.
That's a
Oh,
macro.
that
Sorry.
was-
my bad. My bad.
It might be on the top
All
of
right,
your
no.
character sheet as well, because you can. There's a little sort of
No,
like Wi-Fi
what-
side. Yeah, you
What
got.
I've done is I've clicked the GM list rather than
Oh,
when you click the drop down
got you.
menu. there's a-
Yeah.
yeah.
But you got a 1, so that's not a problem. So let me just check who you approach. Oh, you seem to approach a rather elderly man, probably 60, 70-year-old with his wife. And you go up to them and say, did you put your hand out and shake your hand and said,
I did. Yeah, it's the hands. Hi, I'm James Minsk. Pleased to meet you.
and he sort of like shakes your hand and back and says, "Oh yes, Bart here, Bart, and this is my lovely wife Joyce. I haven't seen you on the cruise. Are you picking us up here?"
No, we're late arrivals.
Late arrivals. Oh, yes. Well, it's been quite spiffing at the moment. Very interesting. We've had some really nice talks about various archaeological discs and relics and things like that, and some really good hands-on experience. I must say, Matthew Brock, have you met Matthew yet?
Yes, he sent us the invitation personally and just met us
Oh.
upstairs to greet us. He's very fond of us.
Joyce goes, "What do you mean, personally? Oh,
Personally, he gave me
Bart
this,
and I have been on this list to get a seat on this yacht for, well, decades." And Bart turns around to you and says, Bart turns around and says, "Yeah, I think I was probably 18 when I first got on this." And they both sort of like laugh as
seriously. We only met him 2 days ago.
Joyce looks quite put out now. and sort of like looks at Bart and sort of like says, "Bart, I thought you said that this was a..." "Oh, no, yeah, he's joking, Joyce, he's joking." And they sort of like have a laugh, and Joyce says, "Oh, Mr. Minks, you had me there for a moment. You seriously had me there."
Yeah. I'll take Joyce's hand. Seriously, we met him 2 days ago. We're not from this planet.
You're not...
No.
Well, Joyce sort of like says, "Bart, I think canapes are in order." And he sort of like nods at you and sort of like turns away. And you hear Joyce sort of says, 2 days? 2 days? Bart, you really need to up your social standing." And they go over and sit down on one of the tables in
Mission
the place in
accomplished.
6, the common area there. Yeah, go for it.
No, while he's talking, I'm gonna probably be awkwardly standing, drinking on the wall, hopefully not being too inconspicuous. But I'm gonna be like just looking at the guards and see if they seem to be focused in front of like one certain room or something as I kind of walk around. Or I think the reasoning is I imagine if the girl is downstairs or down in the lower deck, she would have a lot of guards around outside of her room that guards are preventing people from going towards.
Okay, then.
But
So,
seems a lot of presence downstairs.
yeah, roll your insight roll.
Insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
Well, I'll do I'll do a look, piece of luck on that one. I think it's important.
Okay then. So the number one, there isn't a lower deck than this one. This is the lower deck. The guards seem to be, they don't seem to be protecting the entrances to the south, to the engine room. It almost like looks like they've been told to stand there. And you do notice, Hammond, that they are scanning. So they're sort of like stood there and they're slowly sort of like moving their heads backwards and forwards as if they're keeping an eye out. You do, because you adjusted your insight roll, you also overhear a bit of a conversation that is going on with somebody near you. They're not including you into it, but you hear a fragment of conversation, and it's almost like they're saying, "We haven't seen these people out before. Who are the people with the jackets on? Yeah, they look terribly official. Maybe it's some kind of an inspection or something like that." And you get this feeling that the guests on the yacht are not familiar with these people. They haven't seen them in this area before. It seems very new to them.
These people like what big lab coats or something, or
The guards.
The guards, yeah.
Right.
guards. Okay, got it.
So it looks like from what you feel as well, means they've probably been on this ship. It seems to be some kind of cruise that they've been on for a while, and this is definitely the first time they've noticed these people out and about. Yeah.
Which means it's a special thing just for us.
Newman and Io, is there anything that you would like to do?
I'm going to take the captain's lead, and I would like to also join a random group to introduce.
No. Go for it.
You'd like
What's your
a
favorite
D6?
kind of shotgun?
Yeah, a 1d6. And if it comes up a 1, just roll it again.
Okay. I'll roll again.
That's Joyce.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm
gonna
get
get a 2.
say I've met Matthew Brock 16 hours ago.
So you seem to wander over to one of the tables, the top table there up by number 5. Can you see where I'll be? Yeah.
Yes.
This so like there, and this seems to be a table of ladies. They're all finely, very smartly dressed, sweetheart necklines, lots of jewelry on, very nicely turned out, nice hair, makeup, and very sweet smelling as you walk towards them. They seem to be drinking what appears to be champagne. They also have a bottle of it on ice in an ice bucket on the actual table. Yeah, what would you like to say and do, Newman?
I'll approach them, and I'll say, "Good evening, ladies." And wait for them to respond, I guess.
One of them looks up and goes shh, shh to her friends who all seem to be talking. And they sort of like look up to you and say, "Well, good evening, sir."
Would be a good evening, but I may have lost my daughter.
Oh, how tragic. Maybe we could help you with that. Oh, do pull up a chair.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull up a chair.
There's no chairs available, and they sort of like look at one, and then one of the ladies sort of like stands up and says, "Oh, here, take mine."
I don't think that's entirely necessary. I wouldn't want to have a lady be standing.
Oh, I wasn't planning on standing.
Newman doesn't follow, but he'll just go with it anyways.
And she sort of like, once you sit down, she sort of like says, "Oh, may I?" And she just sort of like perches on your lap, perches on your lap, and say, she sort of like goes, "So tell me, where are you from? You don't look like the normal everyday archaeologist type."
No, I'm certainly not. Though my ex-wife got me dragged along on more excursions than I would like to admit.
Oh, ex-wife. That sounds really positive, doesn't it, ladies? And they go, "Oh, yes, X is always good."
Well, and you can probably imagine then why losing my daughter on the ship might be a bad thing. You know, the ex-wife could use against me. Have any of you seen like a young lady running around?
Okay,
A
so
wild look in her eye.
you're creating this story while being quite deceitful. So
Oh, yeah,
let's
yeah,
let's have a deceit roll from you.
Yeah, this should go perfectly. Yeah.
Works. So she's like, she should be like, so I know you lost your daughter, but would you like a new one? I can help you with that."
I bet this is the first time somebody's sat in his lap without having to pay for it.
Can we make
can
a
I
new
use a
one?
point of luck to re-roll?
Reverse it.
Yes.
Okay,
Just to let you know, you do have a hero point left as well from Medivac subscription. So you have one of those left for July, which would mean that if you use that, you would automatically get a success.
I'm dying to know how this plays out, so please use it.
Are you sure?
Hell yeah, this is the best thing ever.
Okay, then I'll use the hero point to let my 17 deception actually work for once.
Yeah, and they sort of like say to you, "Oh, you've lost your daughter. How tragic. Maybe we could help you find her. Tell us, what's she like?"
Newman has seen.
We've got the photo, yeah.
Yeah, he's seen a picture of her, right?
Yes, you do with Sue Parish. So that
I'd like to
would be
describe her,
loaded
then,
up to
the
your
daughter.
Yeah, or you could just show them the image if you wish. That would be uploaded to your.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay.
If they ask for a picture, then I will. But I want to just describe her, without giving them evidence.
Okay, just to let you know, I'm going to have to swear in a minute. Okay, but I just think it would be suitable.
I'm just going to set up a recorder.
But just so you know, but it's in character.
Get the right timestamps so that YouTube is aware.
Yeah. No, you're fine as long as you don't do it in the first 40 seconds. I think after that, anything goes. I tell you.
Oh, you should have told me that.
I just click the 18+ button on my videos.
But are you monetized?
No.
Now, see, I have to, because I'm monetized, I have to fill in a form whether or not there's unsuitable for certain people. So when I put this one on, I have to click that there's mild swearing on it. You know, I still get the cash, but
I do that anyway because you never know what somebody's going to say in the first 2 seconds.
I can imagine.
Well, I never know what Captain's going to say from one section to another. I now don't even look at the cameras because if I do, I just get worried when I see a smile stretch across his face. I just know something's coming up. Anyway, so you showed them. Did you say you're going to show them the picture? Yeah.
No. I want to save that because there's risks if I show the picture. I just want to describe her, and if they ask for a picture, that's when I would share it.
Okay, then. So you describe this. She says, "Oh, do you have a picture of her? An image?"
That's me out of character. Yeah, actually I do. That's a good idea. I should have started with that. then I'll share it with them.
And she sort of, they all sort of like congregate round and have a look. And she says, "Oh," she says, "she is quite a bitch, isn't she?" She's talking about Sue Parish, by the way. That was
Definitely.
That was a swear word, by the way. That was the that was the swear word. Oh, she looks awful. Oh, you're much better off without her. I see that. And they look at the daughter. They look at the girl picture, and they sort of like all look at each other and says, "Well, we can't say that she's down here anywhere. I don't think Mr. Brock would let a girl on here by herself. Is she traveling with someone?"
Well, she's traveling with me.
"Oh. Have you checked in your cabin?"
I did, but it might be a good idea to check multiple times.
One of them says, "Just out of interest, which cabin is yours? Just in case of, an emergency in the middle of the night that I might need somebody to protect me." I don't know whether or not it's Newman getting hot under collar or Mr. Pickles.
It's always my brain just not working properly. I'm just trying to think anything to say there. Okay. I guess Newman will say, shoot, I don't actually remember the number.
She sort of like says, "Did you say you've just come on board today? Maybe you haven't been assigned a cabin yet." And one of the other ladies says, "I do think the one next to mine is vacant."
Well, hopefully that's the one they'll be putting me in.
And the conversation continues as we fly over to Io to see what Io is up to.
Okay, so I wish I'd thought of this last time. Are the invitations handwritten?
You had a business card that had Matthew Brock's details on, but that was also electronic copy of that. But the Matthew Brock invited you personally. I think it was at the police station. I think that's when it happened, or somewhere around this. I think he
police station.
Yeah, he got Newman out and said, "Oh, please come to a party tonight."
So it's verbal. There's no.
Yeah.
Okay. Is on the digital I can't remember. It was his signature on it.
Yeah, and there was his name, his signature, there was also like a gold line on it as well. You do know that most computers will high-end computers, all computers will require a passcode, no matter what. High-end computers might require retinal scans or biometric scans. Or
I'm not thinking of computers right now.
Cool.
I'm thinking of forgery right now. Shoot. Come back to me on that.
Okay. So everybody is busy doing things. Minsk, we come back to you. Is there anything else? If nobody else wants to do anything, then I'll move the scene on to the next scene. But I just want to make sure.
I do have one idea that I plan on doing. We're getting started at least, but you go ahead.
I was aiming to saunter across the room, talking to people, and then aim for this room here.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think when we looked at the plans, we had an idea that she might be in there.
Yeah. So you meander your way up to that area. And as you pass Newman, who seems to have got a group of ladies, including one who's regaling herself on his lap.
I'll be recording that for you,
Yeah, for future purposes.
for future bribery.
You do come up to the door. The door has almost like a hotel
Oh, little
key
card
card
Yeah.
thing, but you also notice, and as you move round, you notice it on all these rooms down this side. They have electronic name tags on, so it seems that it could be blank or somebody keys in who it belongs to, except.
Who's this room then?
So the top one, the group 5, the number 5 seems to be a couple of people. It seems to be, you assume, a married couple. The names on the door start with their titles. The guy has Commander. It's called Commander Johnson. And then it says and this sort of like scrolls, if that makes sense. And then Lady Smythe. So Smith with a Y and an E on the end.
I have some Smythes on my round.
Do you?
Yeah.
Very posh round.
It is. That I make a point of calling Smith.
Yeah, so Commander Johnson and Lady Smythe.
Wonderful. That
Okay,
rules out that room.
Hammond, I think there was something that you wanted to set off, you said.
I'm probably going to approach Io. Try not to be too conspicuous, but I'm going to approach her and say, so just what I'm thinking here. I'll make a distraction of some sort.
I knew you were going to mention the distraction word.
The distraction. Maybe I'll just, seem drunk or, act like I weed my pants or something.
Again.
No one's comfortable when it all fart. Shit, she's British.
This is just like the last adventure.
It's just a hotel.
Time to go out with a bang.
At least she's not going to shout iceberg.
Yeah. So you're going to form a distraction
upstairs, and then during that distraction, you sneak in and hack your way into the computer room, and using the computers, figure out where not only she is, but maybe we can also figure out if we could distract you guys even more and maybe get a way out of here. What do you think?
Is this over comms?
I think it came up to her and started whispering to her.
Yeah, I started whispering. Yeah.
It's worth a try. Hopefully, I don't screw it up like I did in the hotel.
Yeah, I remember that. Did you get a fumble? Well,
I did.
And a free tick.
So just
I know the hotel we didn't have to do that. We just buy a room, but that's the easiest way that I think they could do it. Well,
I had the idea of, as a liaison of the Black Suns, trying to get in personally to see her as a liaison of the Black Suns, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off without forging some kind of document digitally. I don't know, but yours sounds like a much more plausible.
As long as I can able to seem delusional, maybe I might need what's his face's Zach Newman's help on this one. I was distracting the guards.
So just to let you know, Io, there are obviously within rooms is access to the computer system, and there's also 2 on either side on the wall. So sort of like one on the outside here, one up here, one here, one here, and then there are computer access panels on either side of these doors at the back that have the guards on them. So
But
go
can I
for
just
it.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
Our ship, would our computer system, our sense system on the ship, be able to pinpoint the location of where people are?
Where?
Yeah, where people are.
Oh,
So if there's a live sign in a room, would it go, oh, there's somebody in that room? So I would be able to check from from my command point on my ship.
Yeah. So obviously, sensors on ship have quite a significant range on them. They can probably detect life forms, but not specific DNA. So they
No, just life forms.
Yeah. So they could tell whether or not, say, for example, if you came across another ship, you could scan it, and then, with a successful.
Say, for example, if IO hacked into this system here, would he be able to get the sensors to show where life forms were on the map of the ship?
Probably it would probably show where key personnel are.
Okay.
If you want to gain that sort of sensors, then it would probably up in the bridge, which I think is number 1.
So it's just something I was thinking of myself. I just want to clarify, because having a ship, I would have known that information.
Very much so.
Yeah. So in which case, I won't. Well, no, I'll keep it to myself at the moment. I might have wandered over to IO later.
So, Hammond, are you going to go and talk to Newman or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First. Oh, also you. And
so
I turn my back away. The guards aren't seeing my map move.
You saunter over to the table, and you see that Newman is sat down with a lady who is relaxing on his lap. And one of the ladies looks up and says, "Oh dear, Grandpa is here."
Hello, Miss, you mind if I borrow your sheet for a sec? Just really quick. I point to the girl that's sitting on his lap.
You want to sit on this gentleman's lap?
No, I need to borrow him for a sec. Can you please get off him?
Oh. And she looks at you, Newman. Do you know?
Yeah,
this?
I know him,
old man.
I'm sorry, ladies, but if Grandpa here needs me, I kind of have to help him.
Oh, are you like his carer?
It's something like that.
Yes. I thought there was a slight whiff of, well, yes, mishap, shall we say, as he came across.
Grandpa. And I'll situate and put her back in her seat. Maybe use my brawn to just resituate. My brawn, the skill, like.
I see what you mean. Yeah, as you get up, she sort of like she leans over to you and she slips something into the inside of your jacket, and seems to be some kind of like card or credit card, and she sort of like says, once you get located, let me know.
I'll give her an awkward wink, and
she taps it and smiles and winks at you.
Okay, well, we have our little wink fight, and then I'm gonna go off with Hammond saying, "All right, now what can I do? What do you need?"
No, I got a little bit of an entourage there. So I have a plan. I need your help. I need you to help.
I just can't believe this. Go for it, Si.
So I'm going to act like I'm too drunk. All right, I'm going to keep drinking, acting like I'm drinking loads. You get too much, have all liver, whatever. Then I was going to ask questions. and then from there, I will have you help carry me back to what we're going to be the ship they leave. And we're causing a distraction so that I was able to make our way into the server room and figure out where not only the little girl is, but maybe help distract the guards a little more so we can get her out of there. What do you think?
You better not be pissing your pants again.
Hopefully
You've
I
got
can
a
be
better
more
plan,
prevent
right? You're
myself.
supposed to be smart.
I won't push myself, but I might.
Okay, good.
I'll quite vomit a bit.
You hear a sort of like a as somebody's tapping their glass, and you look round, and down here at the entrance, you notice that Matthew Brock has appeared. He also brings his 2 bodyguards with him. So you presume the 2 that were upstairs guarding the doorway that he went through, these are the same 2. So they look like they are personally not assigned to a door, but more assigned to him.
Yeah.
And he sort of like taps his glass, and everybody settles down, and he sort of like says, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed our recent visit to that wonderful relic excavation site that we all visited. And there's a murmur. So it says, and tonight will be the last time we are orbiting this planet. We'll be moving onwards to the Levito system next. If you remember, that's the next one along. It's the one that you originally came from that has Arid in it. Don't worry, we won't be stopping long. Shall we just say the actual starport there is lacking our refinements, and there's a lot of little claps and agreement, she says. But as all the ships need, we will be gaining fuel, and then we'll be moving on. And he scans round and says, oh, and please do welcome my guests tonight. They have come along to help me in a certain matter. They are very good at what they do, and I'm sure that they will soon understand how we can come to a really good arrangements. They are indeed relic hunters and archaeologists themselves of quite a high esteem. They're well known in this area and will be accompanying us on future digs. And let's hope the next one we will find that relic that will cost us millions. We can sell on the open market. And there's another small round of applause. And he then says, enjoy the evening. And the music strikes up about again, and the lights now are dimmed down, and there seems to be 2 almost like holographic disco balls that appear, that are sort of like putting beams of light around the room. But there's definitely a subdued lighting effect to the delight of all the crew members. And he sort of like comes across he leans across to one of his bodyguards, and he comes and sits. Matthew Brock comes and sits here with one of his guards, and the other one comes round to you individually and says, Mr. Brock would like you to accompany him on his table for a discussion about certain matters.
Who'd that person approach?
He goes over, so he'll come up to you, Hammond and Newman, because you're next to each other. He'll come and pull you away from your socializing Minsk, as well and come up to you, Io. You put Hammond and Newman, he probably comes to you together, since you are down at that table still. And he doesn't seem to be forceful or anything. He says that Mr. Brock invites you to join him at his table, and he sort of like points in the general direction over here. And as you look in that direction, Matthew Brock smiles and goes like that.
So he's got a good clear view of us all.
Yes.
I'm gonna, if this Chuck goes out, I'll be over momentarily. And I'll just keep on wandering around for the moment.
Yes. So the guard comes round to you all individually, but he doesn't wait or anything. He delivers the message, and then he goes back, and one of them stands at this side, one of them stands at this side. The other thing that you notice is that they have a quiet chat with people on this table, and they seem to nod and agree to what the guard is talking about, and they sort of like pick up their champagne and their hors d'oeuvres and move off to stand somewhere else. And Matthew Brock he's almost like regal on his throne at the head of that table. And if you look round at him, he seems to have this annoying Cheshire cat smile on his face.
Mhm.
I think you guys should all bugger off upstairs and see what happens.
Remember, there is one guard here on the door as well.
These red lines, are they walls, or it's just like a basketball court? Which is
so what the ones down at the bottom, sort of like round here, I'm not classing as walls. It's more open plan. These red lines here, if you can see what those
they're
are,
the room entrances.
Yeah. Well, this is the so one of them is a room entrance, one of them is a wall, but the middle bit, I'm assuming, is all like open plan.
Right.
Mhm. All right. I guess we'll approach together.
Okay. So you all go down and take up your chairs, and he sort of like welcomes you all. He doesn't seem to say welcome Newman or anything. He just says, "Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining." And one of the waiters brings round some plates of hors d'oeuvres and fresh champagne for everyone. And he saw Matthew Brock goes, please, help yourself. And he signals his guard over, and he says something, and the two guards step back. So they're not next to him. They're still obviously bodyguards, but taking a step back. And Matthew Brock sort of like leans forward, and he says, "How are you all enjoying the party?"
It's quite a nice shindig you've got here.
Yes, they all pay a lot to.
So I've heard. I mean, I had one. Bart and Joyce were saying they waited years to come on this yacht.
Oh, I have no understanding who these people are. I just come along, I take their money, and I just talk about relics and artifacts, and they go, ooh, ah, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Anyway, I think we've got a bit of business to talk about. And although it is very rude to talk about business on a night like this, I do think it's probably a good place to start. Now,
to be honest, Mr. Brock, I didn't think you invited me here if my good looks wouldn't charm.
No, that is correct. And please, Matthew, do call me Matthew. So,
Well, please call me Mr. Minsk.
please call me sir.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears you have something that I need, and I have something that you need. So, how about we make a bargain here, an exchange?
Certainly. I will give you my charisma if you will give me all your money.
That's not. That is not what I was talking about.
Well, please don't be candid, Matthew.
There is something that is missing, and I do believe it's come into your possession.
What was
I was
that?
actually thinking the same thing, but of you.
And he goes, let me demonstrate. And he taps the table, and the table shimmers to some kind of video screen. And you see from the perspective of the guards who right at the beginning were in the starport, and you can see yourself and Sue Parrish coming up, and I think it was put into your hand, Minsk. Is that right?
It was, yes.
Yeah. And at that point, it stops and zooms in. You also definitely, Io, you definitely pick up that this is the same one of the angles that might have been used to put the hit out on Newman, etc. As well. And he sort of like freezes the computer and sort of goes zoop, and zooms in. She gave you something, and unfortunately, that was not hers to give. So I would like it back.
Io will pop up the picture of the little girl and the mother.
Oh, quaint, isn't she?
Is this part of your bargain?
Well, of course.
We also have something else that is from which is yours that you can have back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Once we put it back together again.
Oh, don't worry about putting anything back together. I can probably buy a new one.
No, we have to make sure it works properly. It's a missile that landed in the
sorry,
desert that was from your ship.
He sort of like goes, oh, sorry. Were you in that general location?
Oh, duh.
I saw a rather explosion on the ship's scanners. We, of course, do not carry any weapons on this. We are a yacht, a cruise facility.
I can actually prove without a shadow of a doubt that it came from your ship. Would you like me to inform the authorities?
Oh, they are free to search my yacht from front to back. You will find no missiles.
No, that's
or
not
weapons.
the point. It came from your ship. That means you don't have it anymore.
Well, if it can be traced back to my yacht, then yes, go for it. One person roll your insight. I don't care who does it, but you only get one roll. So preferably the person with the best insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minsk. He's telling the truth. You suddenly get the feeling that there might be an additional ship, sort of like a second ship. He seems far too confident to say, let them come and search the whole ship. You know, it's sort of like you get a feeling that he might have a second ship that might be more combat ready.
Oriented.
Anyway, back to the exchange. Did you bring what is mine tonight?
You really think that we're that stupid? What you would have wanted in the ship?
I thought somebody was going to bring it out just as Hammond
Yeah.
says. Would you
Oh,
think?
Actually, I think Minsk has an
Yeah, well,
altered
I
copy.
know that.
I probably do.
I don't know if he has it on him.
Didn't we make a copy of it though?
You did, yeah, or we did, but
I
you
think
altered it.
I think that was quite reasonable to make a
sure we
copy of
uploaded
it.
as well.
Well,
Yeah.
once you decrypted it, that would probably be standard practice.
Yeah.
So let's get down to the nitty gritty, shall we? You have some data that I need, and I have
Oh,
something that I would like to exchange for that data.
Can you
did we
just say it?
did we alter the one that's on the chip?
We did. You kept the original with Purdy, and you altered the one that was on the chip and made a copy.
That's right. Thank you. Yes, so it's not the right. Yes, brilliant. That's it's all coming back. as
Oh,
Cher said.
coming back to me now.
So, what does that mean? That do we have it or not? I forgot.
We
think
have it, but it's not functioning how it did before because we changed a few ones and zeros.
Mm-hmm. All right. Right. Make it short. Where is she, you slimy prick?
Hammond.
At that point, the two bodyguards, or as you say that, Hammond, the two bodyguards take a step forward, and you notice that their hands immediately go inside their jacket, to reach inside to probably a shoulder holster or something separate, something similar. Sorry, and Matthew Brock sort of like holds his hand up and says, would you be prepared to do an exchange then?
You haven't stated what you're exchanging.
I would have thought that would be obvious.
I'd rather get your word on it than not.
Yes, of course you would. But that would then be me almost like confessing. No doubt one of you, if not all of you, are recording,
I would like to
recording this discussion.
I would like to do something.
Yeah.
I would like to use one of my abilities. No, I won't. Let's see how this plays out.
Sure.
Anyway,
I'm intrigued.
so are we prepared to make an exchange or not?
Just
What of us leaving the ship? Will you let us leave the ship unharmed?
Of course.
No, hang on. Let's change that.
Rewind.
Because it's all right, leave the ship unharmed until you're like 30 feet away from the ship.
yeah, and take the bounties off our heads.
Yeah.
We
expect to get this young girl back to her mother without being harmed ever again.
What I don't understand is what use is the girl to you now? You said you are aware of Miss Parrish. Surely a man of your stature would be able to know her current state. What use is the daughter to you now?
And just before we go for a break, he sort of like says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. I thought you knew about this." And he taps the table again, and a brief newspaper report comes up in the obituaries and comments about the recent death of Sue Parrish, who died in hospital. It looks like she had a cardiac arrest.
You said she was fine.
And so So maybe you could put 2 and 2 together here. Cardiac arrest.
Wasn't part of the.
It seems
No.
that doctors are not, law enforcers are not treating it as suspicious. So sad. Poor Sue. Although she's probably served her purpose. Anyway, yes.
As well as the daughter.
Exchange. You've got something I want, and I've got something you want. And I propose a professional, above board exchange. If you have it with you here, we can do it tonight. And then I can send you safely back down onto planet before we depart tomorrow.
Just hearing that. Sorry, one second. I need to cough before we go for a break. I'm sorry for this, but I'm going to reach out, and I apologize to everybody. I'm going to reach out my right hand, and I'm going to say, we have a deal. And at that point, my little blaster is going to pop out, and I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay, so we will
Son of a bitch, just killed her.
We will leave that as the break starts in 1 minute. We'll have the break now. The adverts have started on my channel. So we'll take the break there, and we'll be back at 1:45 when we see what a wonderful shot Mr. Minx is, and whether or not a firefight is going to break out on the yacht. Okay, we'll be back. Definitely worth coming back for. Definitely worth coming back for. And maybe Matthew Brock is going to get killed straight away, shot through the head. Only time will tell. We'll see you back here at 1:45. See you soon. It's me undone, and that's you undone, hopefully. So brilliant. So we're getting into some combat. Matthew Brock wanted to do some kind of an exchange, and then we left it with Mince flicking his wrist, causing his concealable blaster. Is it?
Yeah, my holdout blaster. My what's the correct term of it? Weapons. It's my palm blaster.
Palm blaster to shoot into your hand, and so
7d10 damage.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say, because this is totally unexpected, obviously, nobody's going to react at all until
it kind of is my trademark move to get people, by surprise.
You are going to shoot it, I assume, or you
just killed this girl's mother.
That's what I thought. So yeah, so you can do a combat style roll. I am going to make it easy for you rather than a normal standard, because he's not moving or anything like that.
No, that's fine. Here we go then. This is my sneaky shot.
Yeah,
it's quite high, because I always the reason I put points in it is because I always assume that when I use it, it's point blank.
Yeah, got you. Yeah. Which is point blank. So you will have this is when everybody's going to start grabbing their sheets, etc. You will automatically get a special, and then I'll need a hit location and a damage.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Let's do something fun. I'm going to do bypass armor. That's a proper special, isn't it?
No. That's a crit. You have to crit for bypass armor and max damage. You can use marksman to change it.
I can do choose location, can't I?
Yeah, you can do choose location. That's just a normal special, so you could do that.
Choose location, head.
Okay then. So roll me some damage.
Damage.
Yeah.
Palm blaster. Ooh, 5.
Do you want to know? I was looking at the range and I saw 90, and I was just thinking, what? 5 to his head. Actually, He hits him square in the forehead as you fire the laser, which actually he only has 4 points in his head. That's all he's got. So, which means that he now needs to roll his endurance and fails his endurance check at all. So you sort of like fire it, hits him right in the head, and he flies back. Oh no, it's not a recoil; it's a blaster, isn't it? So it goes,
It is, yeah.
you know, and it
Cauterized.
slices into his head, cauterizing the wound, and he slumps back into his chair. And at that point, I would like you, please, to roll initiative. Now, what I'm going to do for this, I'm just going to swap you onto the starting screen. You should be able to see your starting screen now. Yeah. So you should be able to click your token and roll your initiative, and it'll come onto my turn order. And then...
I wanted to quickly retract my gun and shout, "Assassin!"
So Io, Zach's in. I like it how it comes up green now. Minsk is up there.
Where's the initiative button now?
It's on your attributes. So action points,
Secondary.
damage.
Oh, I see. It's just blind. Got it.
Okay, let me do some alteration here. So guards are coming right down. Zach Newman really needs to work out his...
He's slow to draw.
I know.
I'm surprised. I didn't expect my captain to murder this rich guy who just got us access to an expensive yacht and also did some scummy
It's
stuff.
my yacht now.
Well, yes, obviously.
He's trying to work down
Okay,
the
so
memory of Rose Lab.
we... I do apologize at this point because I wasn't prepared for this.
Sorry.
At all. So the green circles, can you see those green circles? These are where the guards are on this deck. Okay.
Yep.
So and that's it. So Io, you're up first. So the big question is, what would you like to do?
Live.
So we're at 6, right?
7.
We're at 7. Well, that's great.
You're at this table that I'm pinging at the moment.
I'm gonna hide under the table.
Okay, so Io scoots underneath the table, and Minsk, we come to you.
You're muted though, Minsk.
Muted, sorry. Yeah. What are the guards doing? Are they reacting?
Well, yeah, so they can't react till 10.
But they are.
Yeah, they're definitely aware. You can see the shocked look on their face, and almost like in slow motion, you can see their arms moving inside their
In which case,
jacket.
I'm going to target him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fire again.
Okay.
Because when in Rome,
kill like Romans.
kill like Romans.
So this will just be a standard roll.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Which you hit. So they can actually now use evade to try to dive for cover. So which one are you? One just underneath the 7.
Yeah.
So he'll try. Their combat skills are 56. Just so you know, he tries to. He's sort of like going for his gun, and then all of a sudden he sees you sort of like kill and move your pistol across and shoot, and he tries to dive out the way, but you actually clip him. So you'll have a a special and a special hit
Yeah,
location damage.
Not pin down. It's
Yeah, there is a pin down.
pin down. That's the one that's like
That's the one
no,
that
it loses,
press
it loses a
advantage.
turn. Yeah, press
Yeah.
advantage. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'll do then. Press advantage, or pin down. Which
Yeah, pin him down. Yeah.
So you want a roll? Right, let's not send it to GM this time. Let's go get off. No, so
what
you know,
that is
there we
coming
go.
to
Turn
me.
that off.
He's rolling 3d10s at this point.
There we go. 19. Sorry, that's location.
Oh, I was going to say.
Do you know what it was? I was trying to turn off the GM send.
Got you. Okay then. So this is in his
19, which
his head.
is...
Will be his head,
Oh,
won't
well,
it?
there we go. And you want some damage?
I
again.
do need some damage.
Oh, 2.
Okay then. So that actually hits him, but it's almost like a passing shot, because he takes the damage as he moves to one side. So he sort of like clipped him across his head. And then Hammond, we're coming to you. Keep an eye on action points, by the way, just to remind you. Arthur, Hammond.
How heavy is the chairs we're sitting at?
Say again, sorry.
How heavy is the chair we're sitting on? Are they really like?
You can probably lift it with a brawn roll if that's what you want to do. You are old and frail.
Yeah.
Oh, my hip's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to pick up the chair and try to chuck it.
Okay, so picking up the chair will be your action at this one.
Okay.
Okay, because you'll need to get up out your chair, pick up the chair.
No,
screw
it. I'm just gonna stand up and try to tackle the other guard.
Oh,
two guards.
You want to take him down? Yeah. So so therefore, roll an unarmed combat for me,
Sorry,
please.
my unarmed's not great. I need a knife so I can.
You can do it.
It is pretty funny though.
Yeah.
56 is my roll. Okay.
Use a champagne flute.
All right. Let's do the thing. Go all the way down. So I just purchased a Mac for laptop. You know what? I'm gonna use my
You're unarmed 26.
Yeah, it's not good. Except my basic trading involves a knife.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm gonna use my luck to try to re-roll that and see what happens.
Then. Go for it.
You know, why not? Just
you will need no. So you sort of like charge at this guy, and this guy sort of like sees you coming and sort of like uses his own unarmed to parry you out the way. So you probably come and charge into him, and he sort of like knocks you out the way. So you are both now in unarmed combat. And yeah, we come to you, Zach.
Would it be an action to draw my baton that I had sleight of handed onto myself?
It depends what you want to do afterwards.
I want to go in and help Hammond out because I'm not confident with Grandpa being able to defend himself.
Okay,
1 versus 1.
So you're going to move up. So you can get up and move and use while drawing your weapon, but instead of being normal standard, it's going to be hard to hit it.
Okay, yeah,
especially since Hammond's in there as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you fumble, you're hitting Hammond.
Yeah, no, I accept that.
Please,
that's cool.
Please.
99.
Doesn't need assistance.
Oh, Grandpa.
Nope, 77 of 82.
Yeah. So
wait, no. Actually, that's a hard. So I'm going to use a point of luck to reroll that, because that's a 77 of 55.
Yeah.
I don't like
so
that.
it would have missed. Yeah. But
Woo.
that does hit whatever it comes up as. 11. So yeah, so he sort of like sees you approaching with this baton. So after avoiding Hammond's unarmed combat, he tries to parry with his hands your baton to try to move. 56 is his skill. So he tries to knock it out the way. So you're higher. So in which case he's going to take your. How big's your baton? And no rudeness, please.
It says size M, so I'm assuming medium.
Medium, small. So yeah. So he'll take damage from you, but you won't get a special. So you just hit location and damage.
Okay, well, I would like to say my damage here is, or my special is doing damage, and also saying my line's out of order. Anyways, rolling d20. I snapped him on the 7, which should be his tender abdomen. Smack him in the tummy.
Yeah.
That's right. That'll wind him.
Exactly. I'm looking for the table about parrying because I always lose it no matter what. How much is that? 5 damage on him.
Yes.
In his abdomen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That takes
Auto stun as well.
I presume that I didn't bring a stun baton on here because the electronics would probably set off their sensors.
Possibly, yeah. You're
and I'd like to presume that Newman has like a just standard collapsible stick and then his stun one.
Oh yeah. Has anybody seen the 3rd season of The Witcher?
Only
I haven't
half
even
of
seen
it.
the first.
Because I won't spoil it for you, but there's an excellent combat coming up with a guy with a staff. And I just reminded me when you commented about it there. So you sort of like whack him in the stomach with your you sort of like flick it out like a typical law enforcer, and then you whack into him. He seems he's not below hit points or anything yet, so he's still up and ready. And then that comes to guards now. So all the guards, apart from the one that you're engaging with unarmed combat, the rest of the guards will draw their weapons that seem to be some kind of light blaster that they have inside, and they sort of like pull them out, but their issue is actually line of sight with you. This one here can probably hit either Hammond or Newman because you're busy in combat. So he'll take a pot shot at you guys. 56 is his skill, but it fires wide, and he misses you altogether. This guy that Hammond and Newman you're fighting, he's out of actions because he's parried twice and he only has 2 actions, same as you. So same as you also. He's out of actions. This guy here who tried to get out your way, but he can't take an offensive action because you got pinned down on him. So he seems to be crawling for cover. These 2 guards here draw their pistols, their laser blaster, light blaster, but they're sort of like aiming in your general direction. But you notice now that the rest of the people are sort of like screaming and starting to run for cover. Io, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure.
do you wish to use a point of luck and reverse it, or leave it how it is?
I'll reverse it.
Okay, you can see that the whichever one from your location definitely is putting their finger to their ear and appear to be doing something with their communication. And that brings us up to the top of the round again. So round round, that's round the wrong way. It's combat round.
Well,
Let me just move that. So it's still combat round 1, but now it's turn 2.
I've only got the guards on the combat tracker.
Say again, sorry.
I've only got the guards on the combat tracker.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Same here.
The,
I think it's because our tokens aren't on this map.
Yes, because everybody was on it before.
Oh, really? Oh, right. I can let me solve that rather quickly, because I've got you all. Oh, right. I thought I could just move you from the next adventure ones that I've got you on. But what I'll do is that I'll bring you from this one. That's worth knowing, actually, because I wasn't aware that that actually happened. Let me know if everybody comes onto the combat tracker when I do this.
They have not.
No,
Okay, not a problem. So Io, you're up first on 21. Then James, then Hammond, and then Zach, then the guards. So Io, so this would be your second action. Yeah.
I'd like to try to scramble their comms.
Okay.
So that a comms roll?
Yeah. So this will be a conflict pool roll. So you will roll your comms skill and your combat, your pool, the amount of the number of points in your conflict pool will be the average of your intelligence and power, whatever that is.
I think it's 15.
Okay. And then so each one of these will take up each one is a round, so it'll take up your 2 actions. But please remember that 1 round in this game is 5 seconds, so you're trying to hack it and taking 5 seconds each time. So first things first, if you
16.
it's an opposed roll, so if you roll your communication, and I'll roll mine.
It's a 16. I was wrong. It's 16. But okay. Comms.
Okay, so you win that round. So roll a 1d6 for me, please, because I'm taking damage for that. Okay, then.
Very nice indeed.
And that's we'll say that this is 1 round, so you've been going at it for a round. Okay, so you'll frantically try to scramble that. Minsk, we're coming to you. You've got the guard in front of you pinned down.
Indeed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up between the guards.
Yeah.
So
So
essentially he's going to be a shield.
Yeah, so this one here is, can you remember, he's sort of like crawling for cover, that one in
this one here.
Yeah. So you're going to
I'm going to move to him and then shoot him again.
Okay,
That's close range.
then go for it. Yeah, he's actually out of action, so he can't do anything. So you'll need a special and a hit location and damage.
Because I'm close range, can I choose location?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, head in that case then. I'm going to do a Hazra on everybody, I think.
This is the first.
So he's crawling away, back of the head.
Do some damage.
I'm really miffed off.
You are.
2 points of damage.
Yeah.
It's now 4 in total.
Yeah, but he's still he's taken some shots around his head, but he's still up at the moment. Hammond, you're face to face with Newman, beating on this guy that you've used with your unarmed combat. What would you like to do?
If he's facing Newman, I'm gonna try to attack him from behind.
Yeah, he's against the wall, and you're both in front of him.
Well, I'm just going for a punch then.
Yeah, go for it.
Just like knock him out. The purpose is if we knock him out, I can probably take his blaster and then actually be effective.
Nice. Did you not bring
Yeah.
your own blaster?
I don't think it would be past the conceal thing.
Oh, right.
Right? Listen back.
Okay, so yeah,
No, we did. We
did
passed the
I?
conceal check. We all did.
I
Oh,
don't.
then, yeah, I would have brought my blaster. I thought I was thinking I
They
didn't bring my
frisked us and
blaster.
didn't find a single thing.
Oh, then
so it
yeah,
depends
boom.
it depends what you said you were bringing with you. For example,
That I did
Newman
not write
didn't
down.
bring his shotgun with him.
Yeah, I didn't. I
Yeah.
couldn't figure out a way to make that work.
So
So-
I brought my blaster. I did bring my giant ass sniper rifle.
Yeah. So you have you can either draw your weapon but not fire it because you're in unarmed combat range at the moment, or you can hit him with unarmed. It's up to you.
Or you can use your attack robot you built with the butler outfit.
Yeah. And all of a sudden the tray drops down and there's 2 machine guns big. So are you drawing
I'm
weapon?
gonna take out my blaster. I'm gonna draw my weapon. Yeah.
Okay, drawing your weapon on 17. Zach, you're on 13
I am going to go for another hit if I can.
with your baton.
Yeah, with my second action here, I'm going to bring the law down on this guy, even though we might be breaking it.
Oh,
Sorry.
I do have
Oh.
a point of luck I could roll with this, since this isn't a fumble.
Yeah.
He fought the law lost.
This guy seems law proof. That's not okay. I'm gonna use my second point of luck, and here's a reroll.
Get in there.
very
Ooh,
nice.
yes, nice. Darth says, bringing the law.
I
He's
sort of did.
he's out of actions at the moment. He's used this, so you'll have a special and then hit location and damage.
Special is stun, I guess, with this.
Yeah, stun
it's kind of my
location.
default.
Yeah.
And the location will be a 5, which means I'm going for his legs.
Nice.
Stop resisting. Left leg.
You sort of like whirl
And-
your batter around instead of going to his head. You just go straight
Go for his
into
kneecap.
yeah, or into his thigh.
3 damage.
3 damage. Which leg was it?
Left.
Right.
No, left.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. And then I think you have to roll. Thank you. Thank you. An endurance check?
Oh, I could have done this one.
Both apply.
Your cameras may have swapped. So I think Tex has just moved left.
No, everyone's still fine
Oh, cool.
unless they move suddenly. I think Hammond's fallen to sleep though. I used to no. He moved. That's 3 points, and then I've got to do. Is this stun location?
Yes. And you have to beat my 56.
With my endurance, I think it is.
Correct.
Yeah. So my endurance is 47. He succeeds, but he doesn't beat your score.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's an opposed roll. So he falls to the ground, his legs stunned to high heaven. He's going to be quite easy for somebody to pick off.
Setting it up for you, buddy.
Okay, at this point, the this guard right the way over here takes a shot at you. He's 56 with his skill. He does hit, And oh no, hang on a minute. Let me just. I'm going to do something really strange here. Let me just roll this. 56. What did I get? A 12. Yeah, because I'm firing into existing combat. But he fires in. Hammond and Newman, who wants to be odd and who wants to be evens?
I'll be odd.
I guess I'm even.
Odd it is. This comes flying into you. You're not aware of the shot, so you can't do anything. It hits your 8.
Whatever that is.
I think it's
It's a gut.
yeah.
It's
And you take 3 points of damage. If you have armor on, armor will remove that first. But you'll take 3 points in your back as you feel this laser blaster shot coming in.
You ruined my jacket.
Yeah, there's definitely
a lot of money on this jacket.
Definitely a singe mark. Just to let you know, if he had failed, he would have hit a bystander as they were diving for cover.
Not Newman's girlfriend.
Well, yes.
No.
Or the little girl.
This
Oh well.
This one over this side, he's got his blaster out now, so hasn't been attacked or anything, so he's going to fire at you, Newman. No, sorry, you, Minsk, since you've been rather nasty today, but misses you. And right, that guard, this guard is out. Okay, the one that Newman's etc. been fighting. I'm going to class that one as out now. If that makes sense.
He is pretty beaten up.
This guard outside the door will take a shot. Oops. Odd again.
Me.
Okay, let's see whether or not 35 will still hit. He doesn't do specials. So this goes into your 4.
Okay.
And for 2 points of damage. Pew!
My left leg.
Okay, and we're going back up to the top for round 2 because everybody has 2 action points. So I know that we're coming up to the top. So this is second round and turn 1 and Io. It's you. So if you'd like to roll your communication skill again. I fail mine, but you succeed with yours.
Nice.
So 1d6, please. Ooh. Okay. You're still busy hacking away. And Minsk.
This guy is really starting to miff me off, so I'm just going to finish him off.
The one that's crawling for cover.
The one that's crawling for cover.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say that just roll because you can virtually just walk up to him, put your gun up.
Yeah.
So unless just roll just in case you fumble. You don't fumble, so that's fine. So is this a headshot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was sort of like crawling away, saying, "Please don't use this weapon." Bang!
They poisoned a woman and they killed her, and then they.
No, this is like killing a stormtrooper. He's got a wife and 2 children at home that you.
I'm so sorry.
So he. Go for it.
Then is this here? Is that like a desk or something, or a table, or a? So I will move behind that and duck down.
Okay. So you can use your take cover as your special. So you'll be behind there taking cover, and we move on to you, Hammond. So the one in front of you is dead. It's out of it. You've got your pistol out, so you can either fire to this one. Depending what kind of blaster you've got for the range, there's this one over here, and that's it. What you were going for?
I'm gonna aim my blaster at the one closest to me.
Okay, yeah,
The one that not the one that's in front of us, the one's closest to it.
yeah. So it'd be this one here. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay, go for
See
it.
if that works for me. Then after that, is it possible? Because I'm trying to remember what the rules are a little bit, but is it possible for me to duck for cover after the shot?
Yeah. So you can take. You can either take as your action, take cover. Okay, but that would mean that you don't shoot, or you can shoot, and if you get a special, you can say take cover. So you use your special to get back into cover, which means that I can't fire straight back at you. It's called. Is it called duck down or duck round?
Yeah,
Duck back, I believe.
Duck
Okay,
back. Yeah. So you sort of like come out, fire, and then dive back in. So do your shot. Wow. Mr. Crit with his basic training. Okay then. So
Haven't you picked up the guy's gun?
he's
No,
drawn.
I have my
Oh, you
My
got your own, didn't you? Sorry.
Yeah, he's drawn his own. I failed to dive, evade the shot as I dive for cover. So yeah, you'll have 2 specials, hit location and damage. So you can use one of those specials to take cover behind the table. And then you could do another one. You can do, if you wish, because you got a crit, you can do max damage. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So, and one to duck down as well. You take cover, duck back. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I'm gonna do choose location real quick. All right. No, start. Yeah, right. This is high.
What's that?
16. His 16 is
Left
that's
arm.
His left
location.
arm, I think. Yeah. And so what's the maximum damage that your blaster can do?
8.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then I'm duck covered.
Yeah. 36. Yeah. So you fire, he sort of like hits him in his arm, goes like this, and you notice that you've almost like burnt through the majority of the muscle and through the bone, and of course it's all cauterized itself. But he failed his endurance rolls, so this guy down here is now out of it.
Nice.
Yeah, doubly nice. Okay, and Zach Newman, you're up.
So they had medium blasters pulled out, correct?
Light blasters, yeah, doing 1d6.
Okay, is that a skill difference? Like if you have medium blaster as your weapon, does that mean light blasters are a little bit more difficult to handle? Or
correct, yeah.
Okay.
Are you fine? Do you wish to grab one of the weapons?
Yeah, I think I do want to grab one of the light blasters.
Okay then. And what's your basic training in? Is that medium blaster, isn't it?
Medium blaster knife, yeah.
Yeah, okay then. So you can use your action on 13 to grab it and get this light pistol off someone. And guards. Okay then. So this one over here, by the number 6, he's going to fire to you, Newman, with his pistol. He hits you. Are you in cover? No.
No, I don't believe I am. I guess
16 location.
That would be my left arm.
And does 2 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Minx, did you take cover? Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so I can't shoot at you now, but Hammond's taken cover, but Newman hasn't. So I could fire at poor Newman and miss. So there's 2 guards here. So there's one here and one over here. And those are the only 2 at the moment. This brings us up to the top round 2. Io's hacking communications and Minsk.
Right. I'm going to pop up. I'm going to shoot this guy here.
And hopefully get a special to...
Duck back down.
Yeah.
So here we go.
And go for it. Nice. Yeah. He's got 36, but he fails this. So you've got a special hit location and damage.
Yep. So duck back's my special.
Yeah.
Location is going to be left arms all around everybody.
What is it about these left arms? Do some damage for me.
But Mithras always used to be left leg, didn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Oh, sorry, wrong one, but it's the same damage.
Ouch. 8.
A full damage. Fantastic.
Right. That's another 36 for this roll. Fails. That's another arm that you've taken off.
Get your arms off, man.
Yeah. Darth says the bullet ricochets off Newman, and Newman stands up saying, "The Lord denies your bullet." And now
no bullets, no entry.
Yeah. And so he's down. Hammond, you're up next.
Oh, I was going to ask, do I not roll my comms again?
It takes 1 round to do it.
Okay.
So it'll be the end. So it'll take both your turns this round.
Okay, gotcha.
To do it. Hammond, you're next.
The one further down the hall, I'm going to aim for with my blaster.
This one. Okay, then. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Let me go see if I can get him or not. Let's see. Here we go.
Nope. You are you looking?
I don't know if I have. I don't think I have. I only have 2 luck points.
Okay.
I think, so no.
So no.
You can see Joyce. You can see Joyce running past.
Yeah.
Just too far.
Newman.
To be fair, this is going better than what I thought it would go. So you normally had a lot more time to do your stuff.
Can I just say it's going a lot better than I know your combat in the past games, Minsk. Don't slap anybody in future. Newman, you're up.
I would like to try and use the light blaster to shoot one of the guys who just shot me, and hopefully use the take cover or duck down.
Okay, so I'm going to say it's going to be a hard skill roll.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's basic training. Pow! Does that pass?
Nice.
Papa Deuce.
Very nice.
What on earth?
That's obscene.
I'm helpful.
Choose location and then
this is 50. Oh no, hang on, because he's
Oh.
done his take cover roll and succeeded. So you have one special hit location and damage.
Can I use?
It could be a crit special, right?
Yes, it can be a crit special.
Max damage.
Yeah, how about we go with max damage?
Cool, yeah.
Partially so I don't have to put in a light blaster pistol. Would that be a 6
6
or
6?
4?
Yeah, 6. So
okay.
You need to do
hit location.
a hit location, yeah.
Go for 19.
Want to take his leg out.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, don't you stick your leg out from cover.
yeah.
I got it.
If you stick your
that
leg
off.
out from cover, I'm going to blast it. That was 6 points. Is it the right leg? Yeah.
It's the right leg, which is perfect for him. He's taking cover there as well, because his right
Yeah.
leg will be sticking out.
Which actually takes him below threshold. So there's 36 for this roll. Oh, he makes his endurance roll.
So that he can take more shots.
Screw
That's good
you,
for us.
copper.
Yeah, so he sort of like ducks back. He's in actual cover now. It's his turn. His turn. So he's going to come round and blast you, Newman, and he's hopefully going to get a special so he can duck back. So 56 is his. No, he misses. So obviously his legs hurting, and that takes us to the end of round 2 and up to round 3 now. So Io, roll your skill.
Oh, I missed.
Do you wish to look it?
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yay.
that's
Wow.
much better. So you need a 1d6.
Let's have a 6.
3 is enough to take. You are now into the communication system of the guards. The guards, remember, there's a ship-wide one as well. So you're now actually hacked into that communication. You have various options that you can do. You can scramble it, which means nobody will hear anything, or you can listen in on it. It's up to you. Which one would you prefer to do? Listening in is just a free action, so you still have, your action was to hack it.
I'll listen first.
Yeah, so the on this one, in your first turn when you're listening in, it seems that there's been a communication going to other guards because they're about grabbing the girl. And they seem to have seen that somebody says, where's Mr. Brock? Brock's dead. He's dead. Grab the girl. And you hear that coming over the communication. Do you wish to relay that to the rest of your party? You can do.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, then. Minsk.
Right. So I'm going to move to behind this table here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The
take a
one that
shot at-
Io's underneath.
Yep, and the one that Brock sat in, the big chair. Got big
Yeah.
fat Brock sat there.
Oh.
And he's my cover.
Yeah, so just to let you know, he's bled out now.
Oh,
So he wasn't dead by the shot, but he is dead now.
well, as I go past, I'll kiss his forehead. Said, "Mummy, special little soldier."
This guy, I do believe is in cover.
Oh, so I can't see him, can I?
Yeah.
And I can't hold an action in case he pops out, can I?
You can delay your action in case he pops out.
In which case, I will delay my action in case he pops out.
Oh
I'm
no, you can only
training-
delay for passive
Oh,
reactions.
passive. That's right.
Yeah,
Aid and things like that.
for like parrying and things like that. Yeah.
Yes. In which case, I will move. I'm going to do a brave, stupid thing. I'm going to move. No, I'm not. I'm going to hide behind there. I'll hide behind Brock and grin out and wait. So there's my action point. There's that.
Okay. You're just waiting then. Yeah.
Bugger it. I'm going to move down to this chair here and hide behind there.
Okay.
I'm heading towards the elevator.
Yeah, you sort of like run and take cover,
Take cover. Yeah.
there. And Hammond, you're in cover at the moment.
I'm gonna try to shoot at.
You're
down.
crouched down behind the table, and you just look underneath, and you can see Io frantically typing.
All right then. I'm gonna stand up again and try to shoot the guy down the hallway.
He's in cover.
He's in. Well then.
So you can just
I'll
stay in
probably,
cover if you
just-
wish.
No, because we need to start moving.
Well,
I'm gonna.
you've just seen me run up to behind that chair there.
All right.
So
Well, if he's running up the chair, then I'm going to run up this direction, so that way we can,
Flank.
yeah,
okay.
flank him
So
a bit.
do you wish to take cover behind this chair here?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay then. And so you're looking like a well-oiled machine as you all run and
Slip.
cover. Minsola goes that way. Look, and everybody's moving. Io's still frantically typing into the system, and Zach Newman.
Yeah, I want to follow up as well. The goal is to probably go behind Minsk, keep Captain safe while moving to try and shoot this guy from his cover.
Okay, so Minsk, I think you're in that chair,
Yeah.
aren't you? So
Thingy's
Newman,
there.
you can be in that one where I'm pinging at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Newman wants to be here, running through these walls.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but I don't know if I can break through them with my body yet.
Yes.
Oh, you could easily.
I need some bionics.
We need plasterboard.
Okay then. So we're in a bit of a difficult situation now because this guy sort of like he can't fire at anybody because you're in cover. So everybody's down and out the way. But you do notice that coming down the lift at this side. So remember, this is the lift. If you trace it up, goes into the airlock thing. A guard appears, and the nearest person to them is you, Hammond. So he takes a shot at you, but misses. He's out in the open.
I thought it was good, like the end of Rebel 1, Darth Vader coming out.
Okay, so we're up to turn 2, still in combat round 3. So turn 2, Io, you're now hacked into the communication system. What would you like to do? I'm going to, as you listen in and you're monitoring it, you hear that they're talking about getting the girl, and somebody says, I'm going to give you this because then you've got something that you can relate for hacking in. Somebody sort of like says, where is she? Where is she? And you hear they say, she's in the office. She's in the office, which I think on your map
is where he went into earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, is number 2.
2. Yeah.
Up on the top deck. So you hear that. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'll relay that, of course, and then I'll scramble.
Okay, then. Yeah. So you then currently scramble the communication system. So they are trying to get that working again, but at the moment, nothing seems to be no changes in actions from them. We come to you, Minsk.
Right. So I'm here. I'm going to move to behind this chair here, take a shot at him here.
Oh, right. Okay, then. So this will be how far is that going to require you to run, do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I think you would run.
Well, in which
any
case, I'd probably go behind that chair's there because I'm going to go from there. All I want to do is get a clear line of sight.
Yeah. Okay, then. So you run up, take a pot shot at him. Oh, sorry, this one's a her.
Oh, it's a her.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't. Nah. Oh, but well, use a point of luck and re-roll that.
Yeah, it's near the end. Go for it. Don't fumble.
Don't fumble. There we go. Oh. Hello, Vicar.
So you come up, you shoot at him because she 56 is this roll, just so you know. She fails to adjust her cover, so you will have two crits, 2 specials, hit location and damage.
That's quite easy, that. and I feel bad by saying this. No, yes. Okay.
Max damage head.
No, max damage left leg.
Okay, max damage left leg. That would mean
Just-
That would mean you're not in cover.
Why not? Yeah, no, I won't be covered anyway because I'm going to take a leg out and she's going to pass out.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing out the guy behind you as well.
That's fine.
So you can use one of your specials to take cover.
Yeah. Oh God, yes, I will do that. You're right.
Is there not a wall there?
Where?
No, it's come out the elevator now. The walls at the elevators, I think. I'm assuming
yeah, so I think
thought the red things were walls.
No, I think I said earlier that
yeah,
all
it's
the
like,
red
it's like a tennis court.
Yeah, they're sort of like open plan. It's just the state
Apart
room
from
stuff.
the staterooms.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So you'll use one of your specials to take
max damage and then one to take duck.
Okay,
The
then
duck
so
back.
hit location first then,
It's
please.
gonna be. I was trying to be silly, but I wasn't. Right arm. That's like the complete opposite to what I wanted.
Right arm. Okay then.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage, which is going to this is 36. No. So he's out.
Is there much employment for people with one arm?
No, which is a
not a
shame
charity.
because you're really working up a a wonderful tally here. Hammond, this guy next to you just fired at you on the lift.
Hammond's just gone for a moment. He'll be back in a second.
Okay, then.
There is a cat there. That can, it's a dog that can do his
Yeah,
job.
Hammond's dog is going to be playing as him from now
Yes.
on.
Oh, that would be much better. Things will go.
Oh no, Hammond's
Oh
shot the dog.
no! Oh no! Okay, you're back.
Am I okay? I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did a very spicy check. That would.
It's all right. Your dog, the dog was about to play.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
do you want to take
I'm gonna shoot the guy in front of him.
I thought you might do.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to get the other one.
Was it really spicy?
Like, yeah, it's hurting me, but all right. A little worse than I thought. Here we go.
Yeah, so you'll have a normal special hit location damage.
I just do the special for ducking ducking back.
Yeah, so you duck back for yours. Yeah, okay then. So do hit location and damage for me, please.
Sorry, laptop. Hit location. Oops, why do that? Well,
Did you say you used a Mac?
Are you using a MacBook?
yeah.
Wow.
With that one mouse button?
I need some damage from you.
And then try to get the, where is it? Where art thou? Here you are.
Where's the 12 people?
Oh, a 12 is on chest.
Oh, nice.
No,
4 points of damage. Doesn't take him out. And Newman.
I would like to bring my light blaster to help out.
Yeah.
Do I have a line of sight with this guy?
Yeah.
at least?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
you're stuck behind cover, and he has no cover at the moment.
I just thought the best TV show. Newman, an old man.
was that?
Time to blast.
Nice. No, that would miss.
Yeah, because it's a hard time with
shit,
this light
oh,
blaster.
sorry.
Yeah.
I will use my last luck point.
Go for it.
Yes, I don't like using my last luck point, but I'll do it anyways because this is for justice.
Oh,
Yeah, so you fire off and you not quite got the balance right. What was that? Was Randall and Hopkirk deceased? Does anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, was that what it was
The
called?
original and the remake.
Because
yes.
that just come to me, and he was sort of like dressed in a white suit because he had
Yeah,
died.
he was dead.
Yeah,
dead,
that was that was an excellent
Yeah.
thing. So okay then, I'm going to speed combat up here a bit. Most people are in cover, so he's not going to have an opportunity to fire. But I think with everybody in cover, you could quite easily take him out, you know, on your next round. So we're going to go to round 4 now, and we're going to turn 1. So all the guards here have been killed or incapacitated. So has Matthew Brock. One's come down from up above. So you figured that there's one more guard somewhere.
And we need to get this elevator up here because it gets to the one where the shuttle is.
Yeah.
Move myself, sorry.
Okay then.
Well, that would be wise, but
yeah. But we could also do a double one.
Use
So
both elevators
if
at
I
the
go
same
up this
time.
one and somebody goes up that one at the same time,
Yeah,
we'll come out of 2 places at the same time.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. That way we can at least flank if he's holding towards one.
Okay.
direction. Yeah.
So
And watch out for the child. The child's our priority.
So Io will go via.
It's a shame. Io, can you get control of the? Now you're in the system. Can you get control of the cameras up there?
She's in.
I'm in control of the comms.
Yeah,
not
comms,
the system.
Right, sorry.
Do you want to move? You can probably make your way to an elevator and go up it, but not do anything because of the amount of space you're moving. Or you could
if I try to hack a panel, would it give me? Would I know that it would give me control of all the doors?
Yeah, your difficult thing is going to be time.
Right, I know.
That's the
Yeah. I guess
okay, so this is what I'll say to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, who keeps moving that backwards and forwards?
I wanted to have a look at the bridge, so I moved it out the way. Sorry, I'll move it higher.
You.
There you go.
So what I'm going to say that if you roll your computer, if you crit it, you can have immediate access to the computer system.
All right. Well, it's. But you roll computers?
Yeah.
You've got it. Oh, look at that crit.
Yeah, I didn't think it would happen, but it was worth a shot.
Yeah, so you're busily trying to hack into it. James Minsk, which one are you going up?
Well, I'm going to go to the closest one here, which is here.
Okay,
so
then.
I'm going to go from where was it there? Oh no, it was there, wasn't I?
Yeah.
To this one here. And Hammond's close to that one, so you can go that one.
So Minsk, as you get to the top, you notice coming out of this door here is the girl, but with his arm around the girl's neck and stooped down is one of the guards. He has his blaster out and is holding it to the girl's head.
That's such a bad move.
Okay. And he sort of like sees you come up the lift and you suddenly look around and he says, stand back or she dies.
I'll make you a better offer. You let her go and I will let you live. And that's a one-time only offer. Nobody messes with kids.
Okay.
Kids and water. I love it.
Hammond.
I'm assuming I'm coming up from the other elevator.
Yeah, so you go into that. There's no one in there. The ship boat is still there, though. And Newman.
But yeah, I do want to ask one thing over comms, over our comms, not their comms.
Yeah, you're probably patched into your comm so you can hear Minsk saying it. So yeah, Newman.
Yeah, I'm coming in to bring the support of me and my expert light blaster.
Which one you coming up? Minsk's or Hammond's?
If I heard that on the comms, I would go up Hammond's.
That Minsk has got them.
Yeah, because I'm trying to perhaps, yeah. There's which
one? It doesn't matter. Which one do you want to go?
Hammond's. I want to go Hammond's.
Okay then.
Favoritism.
Yeah, favorite. So we're coming up to turn 2. Io, roll.
Would I have to make an influence roll at that or not?
Well, what we're doing is that we can probably do that roll next term, because you also went up there as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
and you just saw them and you exchange things. So we can probably do a negotiation roll, which would be better if you've got that skill. Io, what would you? Is that your computer roll? Yeah.
It was. I didn't roll it again, but
do you want to roll your computer roll again?
Yeah, I'm not really good at combat, so yeah.
Did you get exactly the same roll? No, 40.
No, I got a 45 instead of a 65.
Okay, I'm going to say that you are on at the end of your turn, so you can't do anything else this turn. You're now in the computer system.
Thank you.
Minsk.
Yeah, I'm going to really emphasize the fact that if he doesn't let the child go, he will die horribly and slowly.
Okay, so do you have negotiation?
I have influence.
Okay, then. So this is the influence. So obviously, to influence him, you need to give him an option.
Yeah, he can go free. I may chuck some coin his way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
then.
Take whatever you want from here. Leave the girl. Your boss is dead.
Okay, then.
We just need her.
So,
and I don't give a crap about anything else.
So just to let you know, his willpower is 27%. Okay, so
his willpower.
Yeah.
That's not. That's fine then. That's good.
Yeah, because you're doing influence, aren't you? So I oppose it with. So roll your
influence.
Influence, yeah.
Yep. Quite high.
So I would need to get a 5, a crit of 5 or above, which I can't get. No. Okay, so he says at this point, he sort of like takes you, he says that, and he sort of like almost like he does it really slowly. He sort of like takes the gun away from the child's head and sort of like pushes the girl towards you, Minsk, and then he starts to make his way to the this post, this door here. Hammond and Newman, you will be aware of this because of obviously you're communicating over. You hear what Minsk is saying. Okay, then so he sort of like has given up the girl. That's the end of your action, Minsk. Hammond, you are. Oh, the guard would not actually start to move to his action on 10. So Hammond, you're on 17. But it does look like you've been successful, Minsk. Hammond, what would you like to do?
I just I'll ask over comms. Keep him alive, let him go, or kill him, Captain.
And because there's only one shuttle.
Yeah, it looks like he'll probably take it.
Yeah, so take him down.
Yeah.
No witnesses. Wait, there's the whole crew.
There's all the luxury yacht people underneath, and this is a world. This is a world of social media. So
it's fine because there's one shuttle and there's one sun. Okay. So we get in the shuttle, point this thing towards the sun.
Okay, so is the plan to Hammond and Newman? Is the plan to shoot this guy as he comes through the door?
No, I was coming to intimidate him if he didn't do the negotiation. Right?
Okay, so Hammond, are you going to shoot him as he comes through the door?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So Newman, what are you going to do when he comes through the door? Nothing.
Yeah, I guess nothing.
Okay, then. So he sort of like releases the girl, comes to the works away, and he says, remember your promise, remember, and he opens the door, and as the iris of the door goes whoosh, like that, Hammond is just there with his blaster. Just roll your combat skill. As long as you don't fumble, we're fine.
Now I'm pressured. Now I'm definitely in trouble. This is how that works.
Yes.
I'm so gonna fumble.
It's the power of in wills.
I know.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, get a proper computer.
I pressed it. I'm doing it. Gosh darn it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so the iris sort of goes and comes out, and he's backing away. Then you just sort of like level your gun up at him and shoot, and he falls to the ground. Minsk, you've got the girl.
I'll go, no, why'd you shoot him? Oh,
Io, what would you like to do? You're inside the computer system at the moment.
I'd like to lock all the cabin doors.
Good call.
So people
Very
can't get
good
out.
call.
Yeah, some of them are in the, and some of them are in their staterooms. Some of them are on the, some of them are hiding left, right, and center. But yeah, roll your computer skill.
And then turn off life support.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of the Wi-Fi, but yeah.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is good.
Yeah, so you shut all that down. So doors, any doors now, and the sort of like the ship's systems are offline. So doors either remain open or closed down. You can remotely access them, IO, so you can have permission to go through it. So I'm assuming that you're going to take the ship's boat.
Yeah, well, no, I'm heading straight towards the bridge first.
Yeah, okay, then what would you like to do there?
I want to go into the bridge. I'm assuming there's a pilot there.
No, there's not.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'm here.
You're there now, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
He's saying he's the pilot now.
My ship now.
So tell me, you've got the girl.
We got the girl. Yeah, I was trying with the idea of having a yacht as well. But you're right. So yes, we've got the girl. Io, can you delete all security footage if possible of this ship?
Now that I'm in the computer, yeah.
Do you want to know, Minsk? That's exactly what I thought Io was going to do beforehand. I thought he was going to wipe all the security footage of it. So well done. Because otherwise you would have been in serious issues. Roll your computer skill. I'm just keeping an eye on the best roll ever. Well, almost. Yeah, one more would have been the best one. Okay, then. So you can then leave the yacht and head back to your ship. Just
one thing before we do, should we? I want to frisk. What's this face? The boss guy.
Oh, not me.
Matthew Brock.
Yeah, Matthew Brock. I want to see if I can, if he has a key card or any other evidence we can use, so that way, if the coppers do come our way, we can say,
the office might have stuff.
Yeah, IO's
Well,
got
I'm
a
in the
computer
computer,
system.
so I guess I can
Yeah.
pull whatever information we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just data dump stuff.
Yeah.
So are you going back down to the lower deck?
Well, IO's still there. Maybe IO can
No.
do it.
Um,
No.
So IO, do you want to go and are you going to frisk Matthew Brock?
No. Are you done?
No, I think.
She is. She's here.
Oh, that's true. I guess I could do it. I'm down on this deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Use wallet with all those credit cards.
so just to let you know, IO, the sort of like the general state of deck 1 is utter confusion and panic. And there's people screaming and diving for cover. Of course, there's although they're being cauterized, they've seen people being shot left, right, and center. Newman's harem is sort of like beside itself, and you go up and sort of like frisk the dead body of Matthew Brock. What exactly are you? Is there something that you're looking for in particular?
I guess I would ask over the comms if they're what I'm looking for.
Anything he's got on him, just check his pockets.
All right, check for everything. Okay.
No, the only thing that he's got, he has no weapons on him. The only thing that he has is an ear communicator, and that's it.
No data chips or anything?
No, not at all.
All right. Well, I'll relay that.
Yeah. Were you able to do a data dump of everything on that's in the system, or
She can do it. It's just going to take you time. It's that loading thing as it's.
Yeah. It's basically information that he's got on what he's doing, and possibly what he's done, because it's,
Yeah, actually, I'd like to look in the computer and see if I can find the bounties and maybe remove the bounties.
The
At
bounties.
on us.
On our heads?
Those, didn't you remove that when you were on?
Oh, you did, didn't you, the other week?
You removed those while you were on Sothis, while you were actually,
Oh,
and they weren't on the ship. They were in the dark web, if you remember.
yeah, I know. But like they could have originated from the ship.
They
is
could
what I
have
was
done.
thinking.
So it goes back to the question: are you going to take time to download?
I think we should, because we also want to know what other ships out there.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so yeah, and you sort of like spend a bit of time now. So you go to the bridge and start to download the stuff from the bridge. And at that point, you notice that there's another bleep coming up on the sensors, because you probably got this feeling beforehand that there's actually 2 ships. And as you're all in the bridge frantically downloading, and this little loading signal is slowly going as you're downloading the data, you see the sensors ping. Io, just roll your sensor skill for me, please.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Coming round from the almost like the far side of the planet, so out of your communication range, seems to be what it seems to be like a scout ship with one of yours. The sensors indicate that it's armed and has power, etc., etc. It looks like it might have lasers or blaster beams and things like that on a turret, but it also seems to have some kind of missile rack that the sensors are actually picking up. At the same time, you notice that there's been some communications from your sensor well from the ship itself back down to Sothis base. Hasn't come through the security system communications or the computer. it seems to be personal communications from the people who were
I thought we
down.
shut down the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have communicators.
Yeah, but how would they be able to, like, I don't know, maybe I'm not thinking futuristic enough, but
Yeah, well, it's the same as communicating over large periods of time. It's not. It's a bit like phone, like a phone signal. You know, it doesn't need to have a Wi-Fi to use a communication
So
signal.
it's
I thought
more
maybe
of
the
a,
distance off planet would make a difference, but okay. I get it.
Okay, well, it's up to right. Let's leave it there for this week, and then we can start off next week with the perilous situation that's occurring. So yeah, thank you for coming along and joining us tonight. I really do appreciate it. Mince, do you want to? Sorry about overrunning people just by 5 minutes.
sorry, my fault.
Minsk, no, not at all. Minsk, do you want to advertise your?
But very quickly,
Yeah, go
we
for it.
hopefully will be playing Call of Cthulhu this Monday at 7:30.
Yeah.
Because we had a computer failure last week, so we couldn't.
Oh no.
And I know. And then Thursday, hopefully, will be Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Carry on up the, I can't remember the last word.
Up the Khyber.
Up the Khyber, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Mr. Pickles podcast.
Yes, I do a podcast with my friend Brad. It's called And I Took That Personally. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, and we've been working on our latest episode for a while, but
Is it
we'll be getting
out?
something out. It's not out yet, but we've got like 6 episodes still. We're just both trying to get this done. And I took
Fantastic.
that personally.
Really good. Really
Yeah.
good.
And Tex and Hammond, anything that you would like to say?
No, I'm good.
Good.
On
Don't
Monday,
Hammond. Don't.
I'm going to Roswell. Going to Roswell, New Mexico, and so I'm going to be live streaming my abduction by aliens. We'll see if I'm going to stream on Twitch or OnlyFans based on what I do with
Well,
aliens.
no, OnlyFans has got to be the probe.
Oh, got it.
I'm just
Nothing crazy.
Thank you for coming along and supporting. Darth says, thanks for the adventure, everyone, from the chat. Thank you for all coming along and supporting. Thank you to the players as well. We will see you next Saturday, which we hope we can finish this adventure off, probably do experience rolls as well, and then start the next one straight after. So do come back next week to see where we're up to and see what actually happens. Until then, look after yourself, everyone. See you all later. Say goodbye, people.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And I need to put that on